Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a little bit of an unboxing. I've never done an unboxing before, so this is going to be an experience for you and me. Today we've got the CUT-40 plasma cutter by... who's it for? Who's it by? By Amico Power. I bought this one off Amazon. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Now before we get into the box here, make sure you're paying attention to that like button down there. It's down here or down, there's a like button down there, you know, thumbs up, that kind of thing. And when you're done with the video, go check out the Facebook page. There's a Dirty Trucker 08 Facebook page. Yeah, I made it. It's stuff that I like and I've done and I do on here, and it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. You should check it out. And share it with everybody you know. Alright, let's get into it. Got some staples. Take out staples. Don't drop them on the floor. Never drop staples on the floor. Put them in a trash can so you don't puncture a tire. Knife safety. Alright, so in the box. You guys can't really see good, huh? Let's bring the camera a little bit closer. All right, now we're looking in a box. In the box, we have papers that say, please read. Can you see that? Please read. We might want to read that. We have a power adapter down to 110 in case we want to 110 things. Power wire seems to be attached. We got a small box of things. Another small box of things, and foamy stuff. Careful. Alright, here on the back of the unit, we've got what appears to be a ground, a drain, a gas, and then our power wire. On the front, we've got our two connections, a controller connection, a pressure gauge, which goes up to 150 psi, a regulator, pull-out pressure regulating valve to adjust, amps, and a power. Pretty simple. Now in our other little boxes, ground clamp, look at that. Ground clamp looks decent. Cables aren't bad, fairly heavy duty end on it. And the other thin box should be the other end. That will be our cutter. There you go. Now you can see a little better. You can see a little better. I moved the camera so you could see stuff better. Yeah. You guys like the red light? I'm gonna change it. I have fancy lights. We're gonna go green. Now we're fancy. Alright, the green's a little bit annoying. Let's go blue. Or back to red. Or white. White's way too much. Red. Back to red. I'm gonna leave it on red. Okay, we've got some cups and tips. Plastic bag. We've got our cutter, which already has a cup. So apparently that's some consumables. A different end thing. Our plug-in and the control piece for the switch, which has a fancy little safety thing. You see that? Got the the switch to turn it on there. Can't hit it, but if you move the little thing open, switch it. Got the littlest zip tie in the world. That goes in pretty easy. Also threads in easy. This control plug only goes in one way. And then it has a little locking collar on it so it can't unscrew. Let's plug it into 110 and see if it does anything. Alright, so we're plugged into 110. I hooked up the air line to the compressor. The tank's got about 80 pounds in it. It's a 5-gallon tank, so hopefully that'll give us a little bit of work time before it runs out of air or kicks the compressor back on again. I've got a small piece of scrap exhaust tubing here. We'll put our ground on that. We'll unfurl some hose here. Alright, we've kicked the unit on. I'm going to turn it down to, we'll say 20. Which is closer to the 30 number there. And I'm clearly going to mess up my tip. Alright, let's crank that up a little bit. We'll max that thing out at 41 and see what it does. And we're only on 110 here, so it might not have enough nuts to do anything. Now either we're punching too much air, or we're not bolting enough. And I know this much about plasma cutters, so we're going to try turn the air down just a little bit. Let's try and turn the air up a little bit. There. Now we've cranked some air up a little bit. Let's try this again. Well, I can't see what I'm doing. Maybe, just maybe, I should put on some goggles. Let's try this again where I can see what I'm doing. Yep. That tripped the circuit. Alright, we're going to turn this thing down to about 30. From the 40 that we were on. We've still got some air. Apparently the compressor is not completely empty yet. Let's try this again. There you go. That's a little warm. We have cut a piece out of a piece. And I stained my garage floor. We didn't catch anything on fire. But I think I forgot to turn my air compressor on, so we're about out of air. Let me go do that. Alright, so the air compressor is full now. It's sitting at 120. We've bumped the pressure on the unit up to around 60. And I went ahead and plugged it into my 220, which is just over out of camera, but it's not on the 110 anymore. We're up to 220. Shouldn't make that much difference for where we're working. Being as it's a small unit, shouldn't change much. Nonetheless, we're gonna give it a go. Same pipe, same tip. Safety first. And we are still running at 30. On the little settings thing there. But again, we bumped our air pressure, so we'll see if this makes a difference in how it blows stuff through. Definitely blowing it through. 60 might be a little bit overkill for the stuff that we're working with here. And I really don't have anything thicker to cut on real quick. So exhaust tubing is where it's at. But that is one clean looking edge. How warm is that? That's not bad. If you look right there, you see that leading edge across the bottom? It just went ahead and cut through that like it was butter. So if you're going to be working with lighter stuff, this unit will definitely take care of it in a hurry. That's not too shabby. And considering I've never played with a plasma cutter before, I'd say an inexpensive one off Amazon. As long as you're not going crazy with it, it'll do what you need to. This is fun. Now just for questions, I'm pretty sure with a plasma cutter you need an edge to start with and work your way in. I don't think you can start in the middle and punch a hole and then work your way out from there. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what happens. Does it punch a hole, or does it just spark and splatter and do nothing? Well, at least on the exhaust tubing, it just blew a hole right in it. You can see right there in the middle. It just blew a hole right into it. So I wonder, how hard is it to cut shapes? Can you cut shapes? Could I write my name in this pipe? It's awfully small to be writing my name. I have a long name. Dirty Trucker 08 takes forever to write down. So as you saw on my pipe here, it says Dirty Trucker. I ran out of room for the 08. And this is literally all the experience I've got with a plasma cutter. I've never used one before. I got on Amazon, decided I wanted one, got on Amazon, ordered one of the least expensive plasma cutters they had, hooked it up to my air compressor, plugged it into the wall, and it seems to work pretty good. I do like the safety function on this so that you can't just accidentally hit it if it's sitting on the floor. But what I did notice, depth matters. Just like in welding, if you just stick it to it on an arc welder, it's going to stick right to it and you're going to have to break it loose and kind of get that little bit of gap, and then you can kind of just let it pull in play. It's real similar to that, but a little bit of an angle. I was running about a 30-degree angle. 20 to 30 degrees seemed to work the best, so you're not just blowing straight in, but you're actually blowing at a little bit of an angle. That seemed to clear things out, and then you just kind of draw along with it wherever you're wanting to cut. So yeah, I like it. I think it's a good deal. I would recommend it. If you got anything from this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Throw some comments below. Tell me everything I'm doing wrong. I've never done this before, so I'm sure there's a lot. Check out the Dirty Trucker 08 Facebook page if you're not on it already. And I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.